Now before we go into this rather long video with 2 fights in it, not just 1 but 2 armored battles, I just want to thank all of you for sticking around, and a big shout out to Brandon for being a brand new patron of the channel, no pun intended there. I highly appreciate all of you, and it just helps me to keep my coffee cup filled to the brim. With that said, go grab your own coffee cup, because these 2 battles are going to be really enjoyable in my opinion. There's also a lot of like good learning points in this. And I do plan on doing like a bootcamp series with Silveraptor, another YouTube content creator. And yeah, that should definitely be a good time. And all of you can kind of, you know, DM me on Discord if you need any help with things. And I can help you out. Like if you record a match or something, or if you have a replay that you want to send, drop it on Discord and I'll have a look at it. Maybe even cast it for you. And, you know, in that video we can also talk about the battle and do like a tactical analysis and whatnot. With that said, just grab your coffee cup with coffee and just sit back and enjoy, guys. Yeah, what I do here is I move my tanks a little bit further back. I don't move them up in the front. I could have just, you know, sent them to fast move here, but I want to really just micro everything I can about this. So we're gonna keep it in my POV because I want to kind of show you through my thought process, since this was played literally at like 4 in the morning or something. So yeah, we got 2 of these BRM-1 recon units, excellent optics, mediocre stealth, but these guys, their only purpose here in this match is to quickly scout ahead, see what the enemy is kind of roughly doing, and then position my units accordingly. Now over here we have Coma going with some Jaeger and Jaeger Metis teams to support that town. On the far left we have Ruma tier, Jesus, going there to take the town fight, and we got Tiger here. Tiger is completely new, by the way, literally like one of his first matches. I was giving him some tips. I believe this was that match and this guy was new, but I'm not completely sure. But yeah, we got, you know, we just got a casual match going. Alright, well, the Iglas, me spotting that OH-58C, basically tells me, alright, move the man-pads up front, have the tanks kind of chill. We have these 120mm mortars standing by, and there you go, 2 more Toe Cobras. If I moved my tanks up front, these guys would have moved in, my AA wouldn't be ready. Yeah, that would have been a bad time in general. So we quickly get another Igla team out. We already had a hit with this guy, and we actually 2-shot kill him. That doesn't really happen often. These guys got 55% accuracy, and Toe Cobras have like a little bit of ECM, I believe. We'll figure that out here in a second. So we've got some Bradley IFVs coming in, these M282s. We quickly just drive to the right side to break the line of sight. It looks like these buildings still don't... These, whatever we call them, greenhouses, still don't break the line of sight. Which is a bit weird. But now we have the T-80Us going after those Bradleys. And Emperor is playing as the 3rd armored. So we should, in theory, see a lot of Abrams in a little bit. There we go, so the Metis teams are unloading. These guys have ranged ATGMs. Decent range, decent AP. It's mainly, you know, it's perfect for APCs. So at this point, we start smoking, because I want to move up my tanks, not give them enough time to get more of these M1A1s and such, because those are just heavy brawlers. We don't want to do that. The Metis team starting to clean up here with the M113s. Not really a big threat to our tanks, but you know, any unit has a little bit of recon. So I want to blind this guy as much as possible. We had some more man-pads incoming. We got a lot of man-pads incoming. We're just going... yeah, we got 6 squads of man-pads incoming right now. Because yeah, 3rd armored, you know, they get A10s, they get AT planes, the F-16s, whatever. It's just not a good time. Here we go. Metis teams have arrived. They are not in range of using any AT weapons. We do have an F-111C coming in with the bombing run. Luckily, we have plenty of AA here. And with the last missile, I managed to clap him. That was very lucky. Now, we got these Cubs. Cubs got 45% accuracy, but 9 HE. So you really only need 1 hit with the Cub and the hit with anything else. And that's why I kind of go for this combination of AA, like Iglas and Cubs and stuff. Because that way you're really sure that you're gonna at least hurt him. Now these Toe Cobras actually don't have ECM, so we were just lucky with that 55% accuracy. Here we go. So that is all smoked because I know that he has some infantry in there. He has these dragon teams as well. Really, really good ATGM weapons. 18 AP on those. I'm just quickly moving my T-80U to do some damage. And then move up my BMP-1 PG just to keep both a line on, like a sight on this thing. And, you know, just cover the area. If that M1A1 does pop out, it'll first fire at this guy. Iglas going for another kill on the scouts. We missed that one. Got a nice line of smoke going on here. And there's a little bit of a pause in the fight, but not for long. More Iglas being spawned all over this place. Metis team's still good. The bombs didn't really do much. I think, yeah, it kind of dropped right behind our dudes. Now let's quickly go over to the rest of the map. Left side looking really, really nice. He is still holding. I mean, it could be better, but you know what? This side here, though, Coma has a really good position. Mainly AA and one tank. What a Chad. On the right side, we're kind of barely holding, but yeah, Lemon Squid is playing with a really good division. Playing as the 5th Blinde. Really, really, really good. One of my favorites, I would say. And he's up against the 7th. So having a 39th on the right side or the Unternehmenscentrum would have definitely been a much better choice, but you know, you never know. Now here we go, we spotted some more units, some PVADs and 1A1, Bradleys all the way in the back, and now we're moving this T-80U up on the right side, so I'm only really going for super heavy tanks. T-80U is back up on health. We quickly get a supply truck up here, very essential to do. And at this point, we're going for another smoke line right here. We destroy the Bradley with the T-80U. Here we go for a snipe on the PVADs. He does avoid the first round. Lucky guy. We destroy the OH-58C with the Iglas here. But we're kind of just sniping a lot of his eyes that are on the field. Try and have a peek. Got another Igla moving up on the right side. His task is basically to stop any of these incoming attack helicopters. We got way too much AA for him to do anything anyways. Here we go. T-80U has a line of sight on the M1A1HA Abrams. Getting a nice hit. 1 HP down. Metis team is just moving up front. Both as like a kind of a, you know, a recon slash meat shield. Kind of feels bad to say, but it is just the truth. And here we go. Bradleys are popping. We quickly hit one, very lucky hit, and we deploy smoke to make sure that second one misses us. And this is where the Metis team really comes into play. We got 2 of them on the flanks. We miss both shots, it seems, but we destroy him with a round from the T-80U. That was really, really lucky there. The M1A1 is falling back, and I'm kind of giving him a false sense of security here with this smoke. Because he's going to be behind this smoke the entire time. That enables me to just push up closer with infantry as well. Now we do have a fresh push going on over here. Luckily we have BMPs and Motostrelakis. Already took out one of them. We do lose one of our BMPs to the Dragon team. Really good units. Probably one of my favorite type of ATGM vehicles, or weapons. And there you go. Yeah, that entire push is just kind of demolished. Let's be real here. Now we have 2 T-80Us. I'm kind of just moving these guys to the right side because from here you just have a better line of sight on a lot of things. Over here you kind of, you know, you don't really see much of the flank. So if a couple of infantry squads just piles down on you, there isn't really much you can do to defend yourself. And from here, the nice thing is, we have eyes on the M1A1. We get a good hit on him. This Metis team fires at him as well. We actually get a couple good hits. And we have this T-80U that does unfortunately get shot down, but we hit that M1A1. Now at this point, I'm just charging these units up front together with the cover of smoke. BTR-80s here giving fire support to basically everything you can think of. And that M1A1, I think, is still alive. He did eat a shot from the T-80U. Yeah, he is alive, but barely. Barely alive. the smoke, man, these guys are the most cost-effective units in the game. F111C and a Tornado GR1 coming in for our bombing run. We do have a buttload of AA. We destroy that one quite easily. The second one, yep, there goes the second one. I'm not sure if I took him down. Kinda missed that little bit of info. Now right now we have motor Strelkys in these buildings, and from here we have a nice line of sight, but we immediately spot the, you know, mass of P-Vads that are just wrecking our face right now. And the infantry is targeting the M1A1, which is on 1 HP. But at this point the tanks are moving up. Motor Streliky here is trying to just hold off the mechanized rifles. The T-80U is moving in to destroy the P-Vads. Because that is really the only thing I need to take out before we can just go completely crazy with other units. Now our mortars are getting shot at, so I quickly move them back into their trucks and quickly unload them somewhere else. So this is really important. Don't always sell your transports of your artillery vehicles. Here we go, T-80U sniping one of those P-Vads. Really good positioning here. And that smoke is just giving us a nice all-around diminishing of the line of sight of everything, including our own units. There we go, with that we kind of clear out that infantry. T-80U spotting the command. My main goal is his P-Van, because I know that's his last one. Yep, there goes that command as well, and with that we kind of secure this sector, but we are actually not that far ahead of the enemy. We are now +3 though, we are gaining a nice amount of points. Here we go, we got another bombing run coming in, right on top of all of our dudes. There is a Gazelle here. Luckily our Iglas are in a nice position to take that out. Our AA hits the GR1, and the Manpad, I was gonna say, finishes it off, but it is the Cub. The Cub did the trick. Really nice AA pieces. You definitely have to go for like big missile AA. And honestly, like 2 gun AAs would have done better, like Spags instead of Iglas. But the Iglas are mainly against helicopters. That's really their only purpose in this entire match. So with that, we kind of destroyed our guy in Charlie. Left side is looking mighty fine here. Rumatir is doing a pretty good job fighting against America. This is just Spoogles. What's Spoogles playing as? Yeah, 82nd. 82nd really powerful, but you just lack the APCs to really do, you know, to really do enough damage. Nice napalm artillery, rocket strike coming in to block off the road. That is genius. Now back here, we took out another Jaguar. We got some BMP2s, and the plan here is basically to support our friend, because we did take the middle. And the huge mistake that people make after taking the middle is not to push anywhere else. And that is, or, you know, after taking any sector, they're kind of just stuck there and they don't really do much. So right now we're just getting a bunch of infantry in nice APCs, BMP2s. We got some supplies incoming. Definitely one of my strong suits, even if I say so myself, is to just keep everything supplied. Like every second income, I usually buy a supply truck or 2, just to, you know, keep it there if I need to. We got a Buratino going crazy over here. And this was after the patch, and I gotta say, it does seem to do much more damage. As you can see, these Terriers are just getting absolutely shredded by the Buratino strikes. So yeah, the you know, Eugen's patch kind of did help us there. Now we got another supply truck going to the right side here, just to get the Metis and BRM squads back on health. Tiger's doing a really good job of just holding. Honestly, that is all he needs to do. And on the left side, we have almost pushed Spoogles out of the sector. Nice Metis team positioning here. Weapons all turned off. Kind of just being a recon unit at this point. And we got a big old push happening here from Rumatir. Now back here, we destroyed another Mirage. Did I do it with a plane? I think our Cubs are just elite at this point. These guys are just nasty. We got how many AA pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got 7 AA units, let's say. And that's just crazy. Now we got our T80Us moving up to the right side. Our T80 BVK is just chilling right now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 T80s, including our command. We got another 3 stack of Motostrelakis and BMP2s coming in. Mortars are ready. They do need some supplies though. They're only at 5 out of 80. So we quickly move up that supply. Man, everything I'm saying is like timed perfectly today. Kind of insane. Yeah, look at that. Shilkas, really good. Like, it's really good to use gun AA, but that is what you need right there. That combination. The Shilkas reduced, you know, 1 or 2 HP. That's already enough for a buck with 9 HE damage to destroy it. So that is really how you need to kind of combine it. Have a bunch of gun AA combined with big missile AA. So this A10 is coming in, right? The Shilkas are going to damage it a little bit, and the buck is going to take it out. Mark my words. I'm looking at the minimap, don't worry about it. So he's already on 9 HP. If the bucks aren't in range, that is. Never mind, they missed. Did they miss? Yeah, they missed. Well, that A10 is lucky. Here we go, we got our smoke orders being given. And a lot of you are wondering how I actually do this. I just select an RD unit, or any unit really, and just hold left shift and then give it the order. So I'm holding left shift, press B here, B here, B here, and B here. B for Bravo on the keyboard. And then it'll complete this task first, and then it'll move to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And if I have them both selected, and I gave orders to the first guy by pressing tab to single him out, I press tab again, and then give that next guy his orders as well. So Emperor Stone at this point does quit. He definitely put up a good effort, but I'm going to show you guys some more experienced opponents and how I dealt with them with my armored division here, because we did some really good things back there in other matches. And there's even one where I basically ended up in a 1v4. Literally all my teammates quit and I was just the only one in the field, which was a ton of fun. And I was actually playing as the UK armored, and man, that was a treat. Here we go, we got our BMP unloading at like the reversed slope, so they don't have a line of sight here whatsoever. Motostrelakis are gonna charge up first to both get a line of sight and to set up a base of fire. Our tanks in the back are just waiting for the moment. And right now, we are also going to move up our BMP2s. And the cool thing is, they're all getting the IFB bonus. And here you go, that infantry just got deleted. We quickly pop smoke here just to set up a line of smoke. But we have this smoke line and this smoke line. Basically, the only place they can attack us from is this little area. So we single out what we need to worry about. Now at this point, I also tag in my teammate Tiger here and tell him to move up with his forces from here so we can do a pincer. And we got all of our tanks moving up as well. So we got 3 T80Us, I believe. And the T80 BBK is there to also counter cap and do some damage with that. Now the only thing I'm lacking here is AA. So I haven't actually moved up my AA. That is definitely one of my weakest points when I do a push like this. Don't tell anyone. But I definitely need to also move up some of my AA, because they're all kind of still stuck here. That is one thing you guys should also think about when you do a push, because usually AA is not really being moved up, and the same is true for Tiger's units. These Trellas are kind of just chilling a little bit further back. Now we got some Mirages coming in. Luckily, we do have the range with the Cubs. Cubs are probably elite at this point. Yeah, that Cub is OP as hell. There we go. We took out 2 planes. One we took out ourselves, and the other one was taken out by our teammate. So this smoke also enables me to move up really close. This is both a pro and con, because right now his gun is gonna do a lot of damage. I have brought my tank down to 2 HP. I think it was at like 6 or 7 or something. Really nice flank with the T80s. They just absolutely cannot stop this push at this point. AMX-30s, really nice tanks. The 5th Blindé division of the French, definitely one of my favorites. I really enjoyed playing with that. Now at this point, we are in a little bit of a pickle here. This AMX-13 probably has infantry in it. That's what I'm thinking. So we do engage it, but I didn't know it had flame units in there, so I just retreat just to make sure. It's a close range. You don't really want to fight with infantry. You don't want to fight infantry with tanks in general. Really nice bombing run from MiG-21 Bis. Bombs have been buffed once again, so they do actually do a little bit more damage, 15% on HE. So, you know, they're moving into the right direction. Mortars seem to be doing a good amount of suppression, and mortars honestly are mainly just to use for smoke, in my opinion anyways. And they do just that. But even with HE, they're good. They do some good damage. Now we got these two Mi-24Ps just to snipe some of these tanks here. We got 1 each gem going to the aim is 30. Oof, bringing it down to 5 HP. That is nasty. 19 AP versus 11 front armor. Yeah, that's not gonna do well. Second AP gem hits it and finishes it off. We have an Mi-8 with rockets, just kind of scouting ahead, you know, being a little bit of a sacrificial helicopter, spotting that AMX 13 for us. But now we're kind of going for a cutoff move here. This guy, Ruben, actually put a command in there somehow. He's just going all in, and that is kind of the risky moves you gotta make, because 10 bucks says they have not a single unit back there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Because people don't build secondary defensive lines, and I don't either. Like, look at this, Delta's all empty, Alpha's all empty. So yeah. And there's the command, and that guy's gone. And with that we are plus 10. Obviously you can already tell who won, but I really wanted to highlight this match, because otherwise it will kind of get lost. Of how to use a combined force, how to use mortars, how to use AA in WARNO, because it will probably not work in other RTS games as well. But definitely in this game you want to use like a combination of all of these units together. Especially these APCs, just to scout and set up a fire support line. There we go. Yeah, we got the most kills, least losses, but you know what? It wasn't the most challenging match, but it was definitely a match where you can tell how to kind of use your units to the best of their abilities. This cub went all out. Look at that. 5 planes. Igla's doing some work. Like, that is how AA should be, dude. Now we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do that again, but with the UK armored. We got a Challenger Mark II combo here. 290 points, 20 front armor, 19 AP. Like, what more do you want? So yeah, that is the first armored division of the UK. Really, really powerful, really, really fun. And we kind of go for like a similar way of playing this. Now, my teammate here in this game did really just absolutely disappointed me, because he initially said he would also put some units here and that I would take care of these buildings. But you know what? We're not focusing on that. We're not focusing on that part. We're focusing on this armored gameplay that is just super exciting. But we have a bunch of Challies. We have 2 of these guys. We have 2 FV-102 Strikers. 95.80 gem vehicles with the swing fires. Really good AP on that. Not that good of an accuracy for that price, to be honest with you, but you know, it's good enough. And we got mortars incoming as well. Tracked rapiers in the back. These are non-radar, so they're really, really nice. And over here we're just moving some infantry in to set up a defensive perimeter, and we got a manpad going there as well. Our recon gazelle spots a couple of these Mi-2s, so I just move in a tornado F3. Actually, tornado F3 here. Try to take out that heli. But you know what? We take out an Mi-27 instead. Or MiG-27. So that does the trick for me. Now the Mi-24V absolutely destroys our gazelle, which is unfortunate. What was he doing at this point? Here we go. Yeah, track rapiers in position. There you go. Assault pioneers getting harassed. Track rapier missing twice, hitting the 3rd one finally. Missing the 4th. Finally taken out after the 5th shot. So the swing fires are in position. We got 2 T-80s coming up. Definitely not the opponents I should be too worried about with these challengers. But here comes a really interesting fight. So we have smoke here, for example. This guy is firing at him, so I quickly move up this guy, and we do lose that other striker on the right side. But at this point, we just realize there's way too many AT gems. There really is. We do destroy BMP-1 with the Charlie. We hit the T80UD twice, bringing it down 2 HP with those shots. He hits us once, that deals 2 HP. That turret is stuck, we just keep brawling it out here with 2 challengers. His other T80UD comes into the fray here. This guy's back on, down to 4 HP. Oof, man, we keep hitting it too. That guy's on 1 HP. Do we destroy it with this one? We missed once. Our guys are quite stressed. We miss again, unfortunately, and again. And at this point, I'm like, alright. We had a good brawl. Let's chill. Let's get him fixed up. So I do call in a supply truck to get my boys resupplied. And he's kind of doing the same thing right now. He's falling back. He just smoked. And yeah. That was a good brawl though, but if we just had one more hit, that would have done it. That would have done it. Those T80UDs, I kind of want to check their AP value. Yeah, 20 AP. Man, that 1 AP extra damage, that is doing so much work. That did like more than, yeah, that did 2 HP damage every time, while we did 1 HP damage. So 1 AP really does make a huge difference. Now we're going for some HE over there. T80UD is moving up a little bit. I'm just quickly moving these challengers back to hide in the woods until we are back on full health. We got some more terriers coming in. Basically their task is to unload here and then just move over the field. Draw the fire from the T80s so that our challengers can move up. Now if we go back here, you can see that we got completely betrayed by our teammate here, who said he would also work on that little town. Because that is really something you need to either split or take over on your own and go golf. Because if you put 80 gems here, and here, and here, you can cut off this entire part of golf. The same is true here. If you put 80 gems here, here, and here, you can cut off this entire part with 80 gems. But you need to double team it, because usually there's only one guy going here, and then there's one guy going here, maybe even 2 sometimes. So here we go, smoke is in position. We got the supplies incoming as well. We're just moving these mortars after we are done with our deed here. And we're just gonna heal up these guys real quick. It really doesn't take long for tanks to be repaired, and I kind of want to see it being a longer process. Because that guy's good now.
Waiting for instructions.
Yeah, it takes about 2 seconds per HP. That is insane. So in 20 seconds, your tank can basically be fully repaired. Probably less than 20 seconds, yeah, 18 seconds or so. That is kind of nuts. Now we do call in another Challenger Mark II. These are my heaviest tanks, I believe. 290 points. Really good. It's just the one extra AP value on the T80's gun is kind of what destroys us, to be honest. Let's see what else we got going on. We got some recon. Yep, there we go. We got another striker coming in. Now from here, that striker can hit up to basically like this line here. So you do have to move him up a little bit more. Up to like this. To really do some damage. But at that point, you're also at the mercy of the tanks, because they just need to move up a little bit more, and you'll be in good shape. Alright, we got a really interesting smoke order situation going on here. So we're basically smoking here, moving my tanks up, then we're gonna smoke more, and then moving back up again. I'm just using the tanks smoke dispensers here instead, real quick, because we did get an ATGM fire at us. And here we go, T80 BV, shooting at our terriers, exactly as planned. By moving up this Challenger one, Green Archer getting fired at, we just quickly fall that back. And here we go, Challenger is in position here. He's firing 80 gems at that range, which is not a bad idea. I just pop smoke. And then I move in. And if he's gonna fire 80 gem again, I just fall back into the smoke. So we fire, we hit him. Do I micro this? Did I forget to micro it? Oh, okay, he missed. That was probably intended by me. I think we hit that shot too. But we got some more scouts. I do call in some more infantry, assault pioneers on the left, because apparently our teammate just forgot about the town. Just to, you know, fill it up a little bit. I could probably have done a bit better there, but if I just go into neutral mode, I can kind of show you guys what's going on. So Earl Grey is fully committed here, and he has a couple units defending here, whereas Surf is fully committed here, and he has a couple units to take the town. And that is exactly how you should do it. You should kind of split the responsibility for that town, so that none of you kind of, you know, get too stretched on points and units. Because right now our teammate is just sitting on a ton of units. He's sitting on an army here. And unfortunately for us, that means we're about to get pushed quite hard there. Now Mortars, once again, getting a nice smoke order going on here. We're kind of just smoking all over the place. Challenger here is going to go a little bit further with, you know, the support of the recon units. We got 3 recon units here. We got a ETGM vehicle, Terrier paratroopers, Paris, with the cargo staff. I'm just moving forward slowly. TADU just gets absolutely demolished by this Challenger. He's down to 2 HP. Ooh, and we take it out. This TADU does fire an ATGM at it, and we do get clapped. But we're just going to move into range of the cannon and try to do some damage that way. Because we are out of smoke dispensers on this. Ooh, fire and computer reset. Like, that is the luckiest shot you can get on a tank. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't... Okay, there you go. Yeah, he's really bad accuracy at this point. I do decide to fall back with this guy. Conquer's is hitting us. That tank hit us again. We're down to 3 HP. I quickly do like a panic smoke on in front of this guy. We're down to 2 HP because of the Metis team here. And the smoke saves us right on time. TADUD comes in to CQC, and we just blast it into smithereens right there. That was the luckiest kind of fight we ever got. We got out with 2 HP on either tank. This Challenger is still good to go. So I'm just gonna try to finish this. I'm moving up the Challenger Mark II. We do get shot at by the Metis teams, but I quickly kind of break the line of sight here by moving a little bit to the left. TADUD. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna not be a pretty sight. We do hit that unit really hard, bringing it down to 4 HP. And my 24V together with all the Conquerors and Metis are just a little bit too much, and especially that Conquerors. That Challenger, man, he just had no chance. We would have probably survived if that cluster bomber didn't come in. Luckily, we do shoot down the cluster bombers. Now we have, luckily, another Challenger. We have 2 of them. This guy is getting healed up at an insane rate once again. We got some more infantry coming in. And now you're gonna see something really, really cool. I don't know actually if it's this push or the next push. Yeah, it's not this push. But it's going to be a really fun one. Trust me on this. Now over here, I am finally getting pushed by basically Surf's recon units. And after that, we're just gonna get double teamed over there in just a little bit here. Earl Grey basically realizes that there's not really much going on that city. There we go, tracked rapier shooting down the... Wait, we lost a tracked rapier. Alright, that makes sense. Seaplane coming in for a tracked rapier that is non-radar. Just electro-optical, manual guidance. It's really good accuracy for a manual guided missile, 55 on that. And we do lose it to a Metis team, unfortunately. Now Challenger Mark II here, brawling it out against the TADBV, both on kind of equal rounds here. We get a really nice hit on him, bringing him down to 4 HP. Kind of a really super exciting tank fight. He's down to 1 HP here. We are kind of stressed out. He's almost panicking. Still lands a shot on our Challenger, which is respect. Luckily we hit and finish that thing. Now at this point, smoke is getting back in action. We're just kind of putting down a smoke here for both of our infantry and tanks to fall back into. Again, Sir Languid kind of just chilling. He does, you know, he does make some pushes, but yeah, I just needed more support there. Because right now we're fighting Earl and Surf. And that is not a good time. But we're not done yet. We ain't done yet. TAD poking out of the forest, dealing a ton of damage on us, bringing us down to basically no morale. Luckily, the striker gets a nasty hit on him, bringing him down to I think 2 HP there? 3. I was really lucky there. This is also a good idea or a good demonstration of why you should keep your tanks supplied, especially with smoke. So if I didn't have that, we would have gotten hit by that, and this other TAD would have probably finished us off, just like this Spartan got wrecked. Now we do luckily have another challenger here on full HP. This guy's gonna heal up here. This guy's already back on full. His cohesion is a little bit low, so he's kind of stressed. You know, he needs to chill a little bit before he can get back in action. We have an F4F with bombs coming in. I wonder if he survived this. Kind of forgot about it. He did. Lucky guy. And he's stressed out, that T80. That did the trick. We got hit by the Metis team. Luckily, it only does 1 damage to us initially. Oof. We are brought down to 5 HP. Engine destroyed. We pop smoke on it to try to salvage that thing. And we got supplies moving in for him as we speak. The striker, unfortunately, loses line of sight on whenever it was fired and gets doinked. And this challenger is just too stressed to really hit anything. And there's like conquerors all over that place. It's a rough time. At this point I was like microing my supply trucks here to try to save this challenger, so I didn't micro this guy sufficiently, but now he did. We got a LG laser guided bomb coming in for the T80UD. Did we destroy that thing? Nope. That guy actually survived. Look at that. Barely even touched him with that. Look at the amount of AT gems. This was definitely a bad idea, Striker. Yeah. They're also way too fast for us to kind of counter. Now here's the interesting push I was promising. Look at the line of sight of this T80. Now look at this guy's line of sight. Oh, that's a supply truck. Look at this line of sight, look at that line of sight. They can't see the road. They don't see anything of the road. This entire place is blind. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm just gonna move these guys in straight into their side. That's what I'm gonna do. The enemy is +3, but we're not really worried about that. I'm just having a ton of fun. I am full on retreat on the left side here, just to save my soldiers. I actually tried to parlay in the multiplayer chat. So yeah, here I was like, wait a minute. These T80s don't actually see anything. Get back in the truck. Get back in that truck. Drive forward. I don't want to hear anything right now. Go up to that edge. Unload Richhh. Well, there you go. There you go. And just move up. So easy if you think about it. Just making use of the terrain is like OP as hell. Okay, we do get demolished by the T80 here. But even so, like, these guys are now getting engaged. The Conquerors are getting engaged by Terriers. Really bad idea to get engaged by the G3 here and an L7 machine gun. But those pairs are giving me a good chance now to move up my tanks and get into this forest, because that's what we need to do. After we get in here, there you go. After we get in here, we have a perfect line of sight on this entire field. We can cut off those tanks. Basically the same thing I did in the other match that I've posted, but couldn't do in this one. Oh, that Strela. Kind of a nasty target, but the Strela did exactly what it was meant to do and then got blown up by the Challenger Mark II. And here we go, just from this simple trick. Making use of the terrain a little bit. Made this guy, forced him to fall back. Petsnas GRU with the RPG-27. Not the most fun thing to deal with. It'll deal 2 damage with basically the next couple hits. Okay, that's not a fun time for sure. Luckily he's missing though. He's missing quite a few shots. There we go, Challenger Mark II is battling out the T80U. T80 is missing everything, he is very badly stressed. And we are just hitting shot after shot at this point. Which is quite a lucky quite a lucky stat on this guy. He did miss once. And he paid for it. That guy's stunned. Paratroopers apparently hate supply trucks. Is that a Monostrelica team? Spetsnaz team, okay. Yeah, at this point the enemy does win, but I kind of wanted to highlight that little part there. We got the most kills somehow. Challenger destroying a bunch of tanks. This guy destroying a bunch of units that are quite expensive. Track Rapier is doing a good job there. And most of our losses are... What did we lose? Like a lot of infantry, recon. Yeah, we did lose those 2 Track Rapiers. That was kind of painful. But the T80UDs, super good to use with those AT gems. They deal 2 HP damage on a 20 armor Challenger because of that 20 AP that they have. It's really good. I would say the 79th definitely has one of the best tanks. I gotta play around with the American armor divisions a little bit more and kind of see how that plays out. But yeah, 2 matches in 1 video. I hope you did enjoy that. I hope that this was, you know, kind of also a good educational moment for you guys. If you did, please do let me know down in the comment section. Like the video. And just a big shout out to the patrons and members of the channel once again. I do really appreciate that.